I was nervous when I first had to write a research paper. It was hard for me to get started, but once I got past some of the myths about research, it became one of the most important parts of my education. Let's debunk 5 of those myths right now. Myth number 1. I've never done research before. I thought of academic research as something totally different from anything else that I have done. But I've actually been doing research my whole life, even outside of school. Every time I watch trailers to choose a movie, find a tutorial on YouTube, or look for a job, I was doing research. Think about it. I had a research question. I figured out how to find the information. I gathered information, and I chose what I wanted to do with that information. Okay, so academic research isn't exactly the same. Where and how you look for information always depends on what information you need. Just like buying a car requires me to look for information in different places from choosing my major. Doing research for a paper requires specialized strategies and resources. But we've got this. It's just a matter of learning those strategies and resources. Myth number 2. I'm never going to use these skills once I'm out of school. The best part is that a lot of academic research skills transfer back to everyday research. After so much practice finding credible sources for my papers and presentations, I can spot misinformation a mile away. It's just like a superpower. And remember that job search? The Google and database searching skills I've learned have made me even better at finding new opportunities. Myth number 3. Research is boring. Research can be as interesting or as boring as you make it. It all depends on the topic you choose. Almost anything can be a topic of academic research. Choose a topic that you actually want to know more about, and research will not only be useful, but also enjoyable. Myth number 4. I can just Google it. So this one is half true. Google is a great source of information, but there's actually a lot of skill involved in using Google well. These are skills you will learn through writing academic research papers, and Google's usually not enough. You want lots of quality sources, so you'll probably also want to consult library databases, especially if your professors ask you to find peer-reviewed journal articles. Peer-reviewed journal articles are sources that experts in the field have agreed are credible sources of information. Myth number 5. There's one right answer, and I just need to find it. The goal of academic research is to draw reasonable conclusions based on thoughtful interpretation and analysis of information. There's not necessarily one right answer, or one way of looking at a question. A reasonable conclusion is one that is as accurate and as useful as possible, given the information you have. There's room to debate most research questions. In fact, debating and revising is how researchers come to a consensus on a topic. So the best way to think of research is as a conversation. Your paper is a part of that conversation, so you'll want to explore what many others have said before you add your voice. Research projects always feel a little overwhelming at first. I like to remind myself that I'm building a skill, and like any skill, research gets easier and more fun with practice.